A strange question. Do you hear the voice inside you that always talks to you? Or, in other words, when you talk to yourself in your mind, that is your inner voice. 100% of us know this inner voice and always listen to it. My dear friend, if you haven't heard your inner voice for a while, the reason might be distractions such as mobile phones, PlayStation, movies, games, and other forms of entertainment. These distractions prevent you from listening to your inner voice. But your inner voice is always trying either to elevate your quality of life or completely destroy it. There's no third option. In today's book, we will explore this inner voice because it is extremely important. Your inner voice is what convinces you that you can do something, and then you actually do it. Conversely, your inner voice is also what convinces you that you can't do something, and then you truly find yourself unable to do it. So it's essential to listen to it, understand what it's saying, and then control the messages it conveys. This episode is as wonderful as you are, dear friend, and it's about the book chatter, the voice in our head, why it matters, and how to harness it by Ethan Kross. Grab a good cup of coffee and maybe another for your inner voice, and let's dive into the details of this book. Peace be upon you. Welcome, my dear friend, to the Mind Mastery channel. I'm your host, Mohammed Hassam, and it's a pleasure to have you here. The author of this book, Ethan Kross, was once in a university discussion about psychology. His area of expertise, of course. During the discussion, the topic of the inner voice came up. The group of students attending the discussion was about to graduate, and the subject was very intriguing to them. However, an unusual question changed everything. A female student asked something completely different from the other questions raised in the discussion. She asked, "Why are we only now learning about our inner voice?" This question caught the author's attention, and he asked her to elaborate. She said, "I want to understand why we weren't taught this information much earlier. It could have significantly improved our lives if we had learned to listen to our inner voice and control it earlier." Her question led the author to assemble a team of scientists, researchers, and a few highly skilled students to delve deeper into the topic of the inner voice. That question eventually led to the writing of this book. One of the experiments conducted to explore the inner voice involved two people, Swigley and Luvia, who brought together 20 participants and divided them into two groups of 10. They asked both groups to retrieve a list of items from a supermarket. The first group was instructed to remain completely silent during the task, while the second group was told to loudly repeat the list of items. By the end of the experiment, the second group, the one that vocalized the items, managed to retrieve all the items without errors. In contrast, some members of the silent group forgot certain items. This experiment confirmed that verbalizing your thoughts activates your memory more effectively. Interestingly, I've often found myself getting distracted while reading. Sometimes I catch myself zoning out, reading a few sentences and then losing focus as my inner thoughts wander to unrelated topics. To regain focus, especially when reading something like the Quran, I find it helpful to read aloud. When I do, my concentration improves significantly. Upon reflection, I realize that it's my inner voice distracting me with random thoughts like, "Oh, Mohammed, you forgot to do the laundry and there's only an hour left before you have to leave the house." This is how our inner voice works. Some people haven't heard their inner voice in ages. I want to give you heartfelt advice. Your inner voice misses you. Whether it aims to improve your life or destroy it, it's still longing to connect with you. Please give it a chance. Listen to it. Understand the quality of thoughts that frequently recur in your mind, because you won't know what's in your mind unless you listen. Biologically speaking, no human can stop thinking entirely for more than a few seconds. Even when you're watching a movie, your mind is still active, processing various elements like the character's clothing or the lighting in the scene. The human brain is naturally designed to be constantly active. Ethan Kross emphasizes that one of the best ways to connect with your inner voice is through meditation. When you meditate, you cut off distractions and focus on achieving mental clarity. This practice allows you to hear your inner thoughts more distinctly. Over time, as you meditate daily, weekly, or monthly, you'll start recognizing recurring patterns in your thoughts, whether positive or negative. Negative thoughts, especially persistent ones, can be harmful. They can lead to self-criticism, destructive behavior, or even violent tendencies. For example, some extreme cases involve individuals with obsessive negative inner voices, leading to tragic actions, such as school shootings. Such individuals need guidance to manage their thoughts effectively. To deal with persistent negative thoughts, activities like exercise, creative expression, or simply talking to someone can be incredibly helpful. Writing down your thoughts or sharing them with others often provides a release. However, the first step is to acknowledge and address those thoughts. Your inner voice is a gift. It helps you evaluate your ideas, refine them, and align your actions with your goals. But distractions like excessive social media consumption can suppress this voice. Imagine the harm in silencing such a powerful tool. Instead, use your inner voice to understand and improve yourself. Acknowledge it as the incredible blessing that it is. Finally, let's move beyond mere affirmations like, I love myself, unless they're heartfelt and backed by actions. To genuinely love yourself, maintain a healthy lifestyle, cultivate positive habits, and surround yourself with supportive people. True self-love is about actions, not just words. Thank you for listening to this discussion. I hope it benefits you and perhaps someone you know. If you found it helpful, please share it and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, in our next session with another great book, take care of yourself and your inner voice. Peace be upon you.